Valros in his Glabrazu form tries to be as uh, unintimidating as possible, putting the pincers behind his back, trying to look innocent.
Oh. In that form, you mean? They might not like that.
Well, we'll just have to convince them that I had a horrible accident or something, yes?
That is a way to describe it.
Yes, it was such a horrible accident. You could kind of tell that deep down Valros is having the time of his life.
Yeah,
in this
roll a deception for me.
Deception with this creature is a +3.
17. You see, the druidess comes over and pats you on the back. It's all right. We'll find a way to fix you.
Yep.
I didn't know Frostwing could curse someone into a monster.
Yes, of course, that's exactly what happened.
It's okay, he's dead now. He can't curse anyone else.
The party makes their way to the small abode of the mayor here, Elder Bramblefoot. You see quite a few elves staring at the very strange Glabrazu walking with a otherwise rather normal-looking group through the Feywild. Oh yeah, Sir Talavar died. I forgot Sir Talavar died.
We also have a Valros.
Well, he's, you know,
Yeah.
inside there.
Somewhere inside there.
Yeah, Trell's unconscious.
Yeah, he's gone.
You're brought into a small front garden. Rather nice. Small house. Nothing too impressive, but very well decorated with all of the flora of the Feywild. You see a giant snail basking in a small pond, and an old man sitting in a rocking chair on the front porch. Oh, hi. There's a rather interesting group of folks walking into my abode. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
He stands with a bit of a wobble, a cane holding him up. He's a very old and wizened elf. His garb rather royal, and nice silks. His hands wrinkled to the point where they look like dried raisins. Now, I take it you're here for the prophecy.
I believe we are.
At this point, he turns and sees the Clapperzu. Oh my! Oh!
Oh no, he's fine. It's a bad curse.
Yeah,
A
telepathically,
Yeah.
Valros would say to him, fear not, not a true Glabrazu, don't worry, no demon here.
I thought
Seems
for
our
a moment
friend's in control.
you might have been followed in by a monster. Well, never mind me then. I'm not one to judge. I've seen my fair share of the odd. Back into his chair. Well, I'm sorry to say, the hair crystal is not in my possession.
Where is it?
was taken by a dragon, if you could call it that.
What dragon?
The locals call it a Jabberwock.
Hmm.
It's a rather scrawny and, well, disgusting, vile creature. Shoots beams out of its eyes.
What?
Yes, it has eye beams.
Okay.
The locals know to stay away from it when we hear its terrible screech in the sky.
What do the eye beams shoot?
They're a fiery beam of destruction.
Fire. Got it.
You wish to find the air crystal. It's likely within its hoard, on top of the Spire Monastery. And he points to the very tall tree, by the Tree of Courage.
Do you got any of those dragonflies?
They do, but only skilled riders. I'm trained to ride a giant dragonfly.
I mean, you never know until you try, right?
They are the only way to fly up. Airships can't go that high, the winds get far too treacherous. But you could always climb. Many of our youth do as well. If you wish to try to fly a dragonfly, you're welcome to. But they are fickle creatures.
I would like to try. No promises.
You
Obvious.
could always take a giant snail up the edge, but that is rather slow.
How long would that take?
Only about a 2-day or so.
I'll try a dragonfly.
Well, if you all
We
insist.
should try to get there using them. Maybe quicker.
Are any amongst your ranks skilled in riding beasts of burden?
Yeah.
Do any of you have any
I-
vehicle proficiencies or anything?
I have water
Nine.
vehicle proficiency.
Water vehicle, I
If-
mean, hey, that's something.
If I'm given some time to rest, I could learn for a moment that specific ability.
I think I could too.
You're welcome to stay. We have some small houses you could take up residence. If you're not in a rush.
We're kind of in a rush. My father's dying.
Ah,
If you're not in a
well,
rush. Well, we are.
Then no more idle talk. Ugh. He stands up, stretching his back. All right. Follow me. I'll bring you to the dragonfly riders. And he brings you out to a group of elves that are flying off and landing and circling some of the higher pillars. You see a lot of young elves training on them. And if you guys want, you can try to fly dragonflies up there. It is the quickest route.
Valros would approach one of these
It
dragonflies.
immediately screams and runs away.
I'm like, now, are you certain this is a good idea?
You might be too fat. He pokes the Galabrazoo's stomach.
Yes. Well, no worries. I'm a very good climber, I think.
How much do you weigh exactly?
I have no idea.
You are a
Well,
large creature, so you actually, he's also a large creature, the dragonfly. You actually can't ride it.
You have to be
Yeah.
one size smaller.
Mala. Yeah.
Ooh, does anyone know a tiny spell?
Why is Varos just standing there? He already looks odd enough as that weird creature.
He can't ride it.
He's fumbling.
I mean, yeah.
Varos, are you alright?
Yeah, telepathically in your head, you hear me say, "Yes, I'm quite fine. This form is rather nice, I say. I've never felt so strong in my life."
Can you fly that?
Well, this is the thing. I can actually fly if I so choose. The question is, how long will it take us to fly up there? I believe I can only fly for about 10 minutes in this form.
That won't get you much further than just the first little jaunt. You're going to need at least an hour.
Well,
Hmm. I
what if
could
I
fly
was...
you up there. I could carry you. But
I
you would have to
wonder,
be.
though. I wonder if the carpet of flying could... Oh, never mind. It's magically intertwined into this form. I don't have access to it.
It is.
Mistakes have been made.
Uh,
Next time, all of your stuff goes
yeah,
into the bag of holding prior to doing this.
yeah, for sure. Uh, but here's a question, Nick. Climbing versus flying, I take it that the climb up to there is substantially longer.
Do you have a climb speed?
I don't. I have a speed of 40.
So yeah, I mean, it would be checks without a climb speed.
If
And it is
it's
slower. You'd be going at 20, right? Because you don't have a climb speed. The dragonflies
Yeah.
fly at 60, which means they'd be 3 times faster than you. And they take the hour to get up. The climb would take 3 hours with some checks.
Yeah.
The checks don't fail you and drop you off, they just slow you down.
Like athletics checks.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
I would say or acrobatics.
Yeah, this guy's got 20 strength, so maybe.
Yeah, the
But I don't
downside
want to hold
being
everybody.
it would take the party 1 hour to fly up on dragonflies. It would take you 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't want to hold anybody up. So I'd ask Jupiter. You say you have the ability to fly me up there?
Yes, I haven't flown in weeks, but this particular rune on my armor gives me flight. I have 2 of them. They last about an hour each.
I do say, old chum, I never knew you had that ability. You can make someone else fly for an hour. That is absolutely wonderful.
No. You have to. I can fly, but I don't know if I'd be able to hold you in your current monstrosity form. You're quite unsightly, man. Don't let your sister see you like this.
What do I must weigh like what, 400 or 500 pounds?
Yeah, probably, maybe even more. The druidess leans into you, Jupiter. She says, "You want me to fix him?"
You can fix him.
Probably.
Valros's hands go down to his groin. No, there shall be no fixing here.
Well, we need to figure out a way to get your large self up there. Me and my brother could cast levitate on you a couple times, but that would be a waste of resources.
Very much so, yes, very much so.
What if we drag you with like a rope and we use multiple fireflies or dragonflies?
Perhaps. Randy, what did you mean when you said you could fix me?
Oh, well, if the dragon cast magic on you, I might be able to dispel it.
Oh, yes, yes, I can do that easily. That's not a problem.
Oh,
If any of you are worried, I can change back to my normal form at any time. It's just I'd rather not to. I mean, climbing up, you could all fly and follow me. It would just take 3 hours. It's just a short little hike.
if we need to make it to the kingdom today, though, might set us back.
Oh, bloody hell. All right, then. And you'll see the Glabrazu kind of wave his hands a bit and cast Dispel Magic.
Well, now here's the thing. Can he just
Yeah.
dispel the form? I think he has to hit a 9th level spell, yeah?
Well, it says on True Polymorph it can be
Dismissed.
just dispelled.
Dismissed, yeah. Okay. Let me
Like
read it.
any. Yeah, I think it's like
Let me read it.
any.
No, I don't think just any spell would dispel it. Let me read it. The spell lasts until it is dispelled. You would still have to hit a DC 19 on this.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. What
Plus your
is
spell mod.
my? Yeah, what is my
Intelligence.
casting? It is intelligence. All right.
+4.
Let's give that a try.
You see magic wash over the Glabrazu, the form doesn't change.
Valros is like,
Raros, did
yeah,
you
this
mean
is-
to do that? You're still that thing.
this is all telepathically. Valros would be like, wait, well, where is this? No, this can't be. No, let me. I must have done that wrong. Let me just fix this. Just
18, it's one away. Now, what's funny is I do think that your guy doesn't have a limit on these, right? No, he doesn't. So I mean,
he doesn't know. He can.
it takes quite a few castings, right? But eventually, the Glabrazu can successfully dispel magic.
Yeah, I don't know. Might have taken him like 15 minutes of casting.
You all just
Dispel
watch like
magic.
an internal struggle of just it didn't work. Ah!
What in the bloody hell is going on? No, what's going there? Finally, yes. Oh, thank the gods, I'm back to normal. That was disconcerting.
They all just says that's a much more appeasing form and one that should suit a dragonfly. Also,
Yes,
Valros,
yes,
if
yes.
you want a short rest on Valros himself, you can.
Yeah, I will. Though I don't have, just to let you know, I don't have any vehicle
That's okay.
proficiency. Ooh, I didn't use my spell slots. Yay.
Well then, if you're all ready, no need to keep you waiting any longer. Let's find some dragonflies that seem to fit your personality.
You're telling me these beasts have personalities?
Well, like I said, they're rather fickle. We need to find one that accepts you.
I will walk up to the first one I see.
Give me a charisma check.
With guidance?
If you would like to guidance yourself.
Plus a d4. I don't even know if it matters. 12.
You see at first the creature goes to fly away, but one of the riders grabs at its harness and pulls it down. Whoa, it's alright. And, you see it's rather difficult to find one that seems to want to stay near Jupiter. As many of them start to kind of... They don't talk or make any noise. You just see their eyes shift and their wings flutter. Their back appendage kind of flex. You can tell that they certainly seem a bit uncomfortable with some of you as you start to ride them. But Valros hops onto one, and you see that it just fully accepts him. Jumps on, and it's like he's been flying his whole life. Not an issue at all, and it seems to completely work with you and what you want to do. Jupiter, yours has started to take you in circles, and one of the riders flies up next to you and, I'll handle that. Just grabs it and starts to help, brings you back down. Well, let's find you another one. And over the course of about 10 minutes, the party finds a group of dragonflies that accepts them.
I am unamused.
Damn it. Don't you know who I am?
What are the two of you talking about? These are majestic creatures. Yes, that's it. Yes, nice dragonfly. Well done.
If I
Much
didn't
like-
know any better, I would think these creatures serve Talos. They're chaotic.
But
I did
very,
find one.
very much like the flying carpet, you can see that Valros is easily navigating this. The druidess will just go into bird form, and Whisper just flies up with you. And you guys start to make your way up a mountain. I would like perception checks from the whole party.
I'm guessing I can't guidance this.
No, this is just for you spotting something at a random point, so it's not any specific moment. 21, though.
Yeah.
Let me roll some rolls in private and check the DC. That probably beats it. Oof. Starting off low. Hey. Alright, we're looking at a DC of 15. Which means Valros doesn't notice it as he's having the time of his life flying up. But the rest of you spot something. There's a group. They're climbing up the mountain. On a 21, Vairi, your eye catches what looks like 3 shadar-kai. Pale skin, white hair, black cloaks. They're sticking to the shadows of the trees, climbing the spire. They're trying to get to the top before you.
Irie, did you see that?
Yes, I do. They're climbing, right?
They are climbing.
Can I get within 120 feet of them?
Yeah, I mean, you guys could get right up to them if you so choose.
I cast slow on them.
Well, let's do this. If you do choose to fly up to them, that is going to
Oh,
be...
within 120 feet.
That's still going to be initiative. Let me find...
Oof.
Well, they're not just going to get
Barry.
casted on.
Why not?
What do you mean? Let me find a map for that. Right. So this is technically the same map for the very top, but I think it'll work fine for the climbing as well. And then I'm going to make it so that everybody can see, and we will drop you guys on here. And you see a fourth target following them too that is not shadar-kai at an immediate glance because you can't see their face. It looks like a fully plated, armored fellow. And save, no token vision. There we go. Let's get the party on here. Jupiter, Vyri, Valros, Libera. Following not far behind that group, another figure lurking in the shadows that nobody has spotted just yet. Lips, you find yourself following these shadar-kai that have escaped, not sure where you are or where you're headed. Something within you dragging you in this direction, looking for escape, looking for the proper place to be. This realm, not like the Shadowfell, but it does feel eerily similar. Ceiling, a box, you're trapped within. You know you're not on the material plane yet.
And I just, like, innately know this?
Yeah, you can actually see a ceiling, and you definitely know that you're not on the material plane at the moment.
Okay.
Get all of yours over here. 120 feet. I would say you guys would probably be, like, on this side, I suppose, then. Down here.
Barry, why are your people here?
My people?
Aren't these brethren of your kind? Something like that? The
I
shadow
honestly
people?
don't know.
I don't mean to group you. You've mentioned the Shadowfell, and
I've only been there once in a dream. You know that, right?
no, but now I do. And comparing,
Okay.
you don't
Well,
look exactly
to
like
be honest,
them.
Vyri, there was that one time that we all went to the Shadowfell.
You're right. I lied 2 times. I didn't like the second time.
Hey, that's all right. I did not enjoy it either.
Actually, that was the first time. The second time was my dream.
A natural 20. Everybody roll initiative for me. And Vyri, 120 feet from them, you wish to cast... Oh. Yes.
A slow.
They all have to make a wisdom saving. Oh, you know what? Hold on.
Oh, I was gonna place the template.
Manage modules. Let me make sure MIDI QL's turned off. This is going to do a refresh really quick, but I don't want MIDI QOL on because I don't like the automation. Let it load real quick and then we'll come back into this. Sorry about that. Is Kuro still on the way?
I don't know. He said so, but then he's not on still. So
Did he go home and fall asleep?
who knows?
Shoot him a ping. He jumped in for a second, but I think he had to jump out. He was on his phone.
I also know that there was a storm going through, so I
Ah.
don't know if he, there was a chance that he may have lost power, but we don't normally lose power. When I lived there, we never really did.
Okay. I think that should be good. All right. And Eclipse roll in as well? Yeah, perfect. Ooh, another nat 20. Hot damn. Is that your
Ooh.
first roll?
Yeah.
No.
Wait.
roll the
No, second.
Second. Oh, yeah, you rolled a stealth. Yeah. Hey, still. Nice
I won't let you
start.
get away with it.
Either way, that's a nice start there. All right. That's all set. I was hoping we would have Kuro soon, but let's get all of these rolled for the flow. Would you mind casting it again and just not using a spell slot?
Yeah.
Roll 2. You need ownership to Libera, huh?
Yeah.
Ownership. There we go.
Slow.
It should give me a button.
Button.
Yeah, DC 19, wisdom saves. Damn, your DC's high.
I know.
Oh, these rolls. Oh my god. The one that had a high roll fucking
2, 2, 2,
flopped.
3.
Oof. How long does slow
Mission
last?
successful.
Only a minute. Okay. Well, you will slow them down and severely cause them to struggle here.
Gives me a minute to fuck him up.
If that is so what you choose, let me check a couple things. Magic resistance. Okay, so this one does roll with advantage. Let me re-roll that one. Yeah, advantage didn't help. I don't think any of the other ones do. No, none of the other ones do, so that is that. Okay. Interesting. So they are climbing up the side as you guys initiate combat. Because you are at the very top of initiative here, Eclipse, you do not currently have much information on this group of dragonfly riders, but you see this group of shadar-kai that are climbing up the side of this monastery. They've been sneaking around the Feywild. You, with no direction, are just simply following them. And at this point, lingering in the shadows, the party has not seen you yet either.
So is it possible for me to have run into them previously, or these are brand new? Like I just followed them and have never met them?
Roll me a history check. You might know who they are.
Okay. I was thinking maybe I'm following them because they were jerks to me. No idea.
You don't know who they are, but what you do know is that within the Shadowfell and the Shadow City of Drita, there is a lord there that rules over the shadar-kai, and you do think that they hail from there. Often you have found yourself in battles with these folks.
Okay.
But with that, the slow effect is successful, and all of them are slowed at the very top of the round, and we will call that the surprise round for combat and get into it from here. Let me apply slow, and it does look like Koro is jumping on here in just a minute. So let's start. Top of the round, the first to act, Eclipse.
So, I'm actually gonna say that I'm kind of hunting these guys right now. And I am going to cast darkness. I see that they've been affected by something that slowed their movements, and that's the perfect time to strike. And that will be the end of my turn, as I just blanket them in darkness. I think I can only move to here, right? So I can't actually go in it.
You have 30 feet total, so you could get to the very edge of it. Oh no, that's 35, you're right.
That is 35, yeah. Well, I'll just get myself positioned like this.
Standing at the edge of the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And being on the dragonflies, you guys are not hidden, by the way. You guys are very much seen, just to make that clear, too. This one had not initially seen Eclipse, and with the darkness coming out, there is verbal to that, yes, so at least hears that, knows somebody is nearby, but she's going to push out onto this ledge up ahead, climbs out, runs up, slow moves her movement to half. Yes, halves movement, so she's only got 15, which means just there. Cannot see Eclipse yet, but does see dragonfly riders. And we're going to start off with a spear at one of your dragonflies. 120-foot range at disadvantage. Now, you can choose with a mount and mounted combat for it to hit you instead of your mount. Let's roll this. It'll be disadvantage, so 2 rolls. 13 for the dragonfly will actually miss. You see a spear formed of just shadow flies past your head, Viry, and as it does, like right where it would have made contact, it just disappears into a wisp of black shadow and reforms in her hand. Let me click this one more time. She attacks 3 times with it.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, you're right. She can't multi-attack right now because of slow. Good call.
Slow.
Slow
I
is so
found
good.
slow to be the ultimate. F you.
It is so good, and she can't even do a bonus action.
Nope.
There he is. Hey, Koro.
I think
Hey,
he's
Koro.
still limited to only listening, perhaps, but welcome, welcome.
Hello, humans. I am actually not ready to play. I'm just hopping in the spy to get it. I'll be ready in a sec.
Okay.
You said they have 40 feet of
Really?
movement? Oh,
Really.
sorry.
The dragonfly?
Yeah.
60.
60 feet of movement?
Yes, yes.
Cool.
Let me make it so everybody can move. I'm going to make everyone owner of the dragonflies. That way you guys can move your dragonflies.
So can I tell that this lord looks to be like a leader of sorts of theirs? So you can tell he
Darkness
looks
has
different?
swelled around them, but what you do...
I have true sight, it doesn't matter.
Oh, hell yes. What you do know is that that one looks like they are in the heaviest armor in comparison to the others that are wearing light leathers.
Cool, cool. I don't know if Eclipse has true sight or ability to see through darkness, but she would very much notice him getting targeted. And that is for blindness. So, well, no, sorry, deafness. So you wouldn't be able to hear where anything's coming from. Yeah.
Does succeed with his magic resistance.
What a dick. I don't have a bonus. action. And what can the dragonfly do for actions? Creatures?
He could dash. He can uncanny dodge and bite. About it. It can buzz, indeed. It makes a lot of noise.
Buzz.
That's why you can't stealth with them.
He gonna dash back. Oh, I can't move the dragonfly because it's not its turn in combat.
Let me unlock. There we go. I unlocked. All right. Running forward, casting magic. You see the heavy-plated fellow just kind of look up. His eyes glow a purple glow, which really only you see, and the magic just doesn't seem to affect him as it hits up against him. What is the passive perception here? Only an 11. They're gonna run after the dragonflies with all the droning noises. Man, let me see what the range is on that. Only... Okay. This one is going to dash this turn. So they just run out of the darkness. Slow affecting them. Do they make saves at the end of their turns, or is it concentration only? I forget slow.
I'm looking. At the end of each of its turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a new wisdom save for the Lord here. He is no longer slowed. This guy ends his turn, he'll make a wisdom save. He needs an 18 or higher. He is still slowed.
Don't forget Nixon.
Oh, that's who I meant to roll for. Why did I roll for the Lord? The Lord is still slow. Nixon was the one that was supposed to roll. Okay, so they're all still slowed. Libera, we move to you, and yes, we're currently in the middle of heading to the third crystal. The party went to the village of Nujiri, met an elder, found that they ride dragonflies, giant dragonflies here, and found a dragonfly that matched the party's personality, and made a dragonfly venture up the mountains, up the spires, where the airships cannot quite get to. Trying to find the third crystal hidden amongst the dragon's lair. Along the way, they found some shadar-kai climbing the mountain. Fiery decided to intervene with a slow. We go to Libera's turn, which I think he's still only here to listen, so paw.
Okay. I am going to throw out. He can see someone.
Two of them have run out, yep.
Yeah. He is going to throw a suggestion. And he'll say,
I suggest you climb back to whatever hole you crawled out of.
Oh, okay.
and second
As
level.
Libera, I approve of everything said.
Feels appropriate.
All
Pretty
right.
cold one.
On, you said this one, Nixon?
The whatever's a little bit closer,
Okay.
probably. Because I think the one in the tree, he probably may not see as much. I'm even having a hard time as a player, so.
Oh, you know what? That's because there's a, let me see here. There's a ceiling
It's
layer.
probably because of like the trees and stuff. That checks out. We're flying from above, So it feels the most sense to target this
Yeah,
first
let me
one.
just make them somewhat transparent, though, so you can mechanically see what's going on there. Alright. You see no effect. They seem immune to charm.
Okay. That would have been action. Seeing that, I think Libera will call it out.
Be careful. They seem immune to my advances.
And the elf looks up, he pulls out a chain covered in spikes. The Raven Queen wants all of you dead. And he starts to run forward, but he's very slow. Jupiter.
Why would could I scream out at that point? Why would she want me dead when I'm her champion?
You can scream out that, and he looks over, very slow. He says, I will reply next turn when it gets back to my turn because I'm slowed. But no, he will reply to you. Jupiter, but before that, you're up.
Okay.
Sorry, is my... Oh, Jupiter. Okay, you're playing Libera's turn. He hasn't rolled initiative.
Libera, then
Okay.
Jupiter. He is. He's above Jupiter. But don't worry about it.
Oh,
It's Jupiter's turn. Jupiter, go ahead.
Let's see here. Okay. I'm not sure what I want to do specifically here, but I am going to. It's a tough one. I will. I see that darkness cloud, and I'm not really like I'm thinking they're trying to hide,
Mm-hmm.
not knowing that it's actually from Eclipse, because I haven't seen them yet. So I am going to do a shatter, and mind you, let me just double check. It's 60 feet, so I have to see if I can even get close enough for that. Not throw that down.
Yeah, you'd only have to get about here.
Okay, yeah, then I'll definitely, I'll kind of move in, I guess, a little closer. I guess and then I'll cast the Shatter. I am going to. I'd like to make this a 3rd level, and I want to max it out.
Alright, an
You're
extra
seeing-
D8 of damage.
Me kind of just, hold out his hammer. This is more for Eclipse than anyone. If they can see, and you see this long-haired individual kind of moving in on the dragonfly, holds the hammer out, and you just hear this massive boom as almost like maybe even the hair, if Eclipse has hair on their arms would stand up before the strike of the attack, and it seems quite powerful as I max it out with one of my class features here.
Alright, so that's 4d8 maxed, yes?
Yes.
32 damage. Listen bad at math. They will all make con saving throws. Only one of them saving, the rest taking full damage here. 32 damage to these two. And it's thunder, yes? Or lightning? What is it?
It is thunder.
Thunder, alright. Yeah, no resistances or anything. Half damage, though, to Lord Varkul as he kind of just shields the blast with his plate armor and cloak, and it floats back, somewhat shattered on his cloak a little bit, but he looks almost untouched.
Okay. I still have one channel divinity left in that case, and that's gonna be it for Jupiter. No bonus action for me in this turn.
All right. And now, you can be high up here too. How high up in the air are you from the ground itself?
I would like to be as high up as I could have been without interfering with the spell.
Okay,
I
so
don't
we'll
know if it's
say
just 60 feet up the ground.
we'll put you at 20 feet up.
Sure, yeah, whatever you think is
From
appropriate.
55, unless you want to get closer. I would say
No,
probably
I'm
50.
okay. I definitely
and
don't want to
then-
get closer to these guys.
Alright.
They seem a little sketchy.
With the Pythagorean there, we'll say about 20 feet up to stay at that 60 range. Balros, and the dragonfly actually can dash, so you can, I mean, you can even move further away. But that is...
I'll stay there. I'll stay
Alright.
there.
Valros, we're up to you.
Yeah, Valros will, on the dragonfly, he'll, fly out about to here. Oh, you didn't move the other ones. Fine, I'll move them. And as he's flying, he's, petting the dragonfly and telling it, "Now, don't worry, it's still me. Don't panic or anything," and he'll go into his dread form here. And get 12 temp. Alright. Does the dragonfly react poorly to that, or?
With the very high charisma you got with your dragonfly, it's fine with you. Doesn't mind at all.
Perfect. And just for Eclipse's, just to let her know, this is what Valros turns into.
Well, that's cool.
So that was my bonus action, and then once he gets about to here, he looks back, says some words, moves some hands, and he will cast a fireball. Now he knew that they were somewhere in here, so now is Eclipse stealthy right now, or would have I spotted her?
Since they ran at full speed, they did break any stealth. So no, you do see them. The edge of the darkness.
Okay, so I kind of saw her kind of make her way out. I don't know who she is, but she does seem to not like these people, so yeah, I'm not going to target her. Not bad.
Only the Lord succeeding for half, the rest taking full fire damage here. 31 fire damage as the ball explodes on impact in the ground. Then half damage to him for 15.
And that will be my turn. Just to let you know, Nick, I did put Trell on my shoulder since I assumed I would have had time to...
Resummon him?
Yeah, take 10-minute ritual, so...
You got it. He says,
That'll be my turn.
not half bad, for a fuck-up like you.
Now, don't say such a thing or I dismiss you back to the hell you came from.
do that. You need me. Zephyr is going to turn to where he hears the magic come from and somebody rushing up. They will move out of the darkness. He does get next to you, Eclipse. And he can't multi-attack because he is still slowed. So just one attack here. And we're gonna do a topple attack. Well, actually, I think it's random. Yeah, it's random. Choose one or roll a d6. Oh no, I'll choose one. But so we're going to do a spiked chain attack. And I need a DC 14 Dex saving throw, or he will topple you over and knock you prone. 24 hits.
Or it would have, but when I put my arms up, I sprung just a quick wall of light in front of me.
As a wall of light shines out, it'll slam up against the spiked chain, sweeping at your legs. Does not seem to hit you at all. 25 AC, very nice. The Druidess, she can't really help, as she is in bird form. So I'm going to take her out of combat unless things look bad, because she's full bird form, and if she breaks it, she can only wild shape so many times. We'll keep her out of combat. Whisper flying with her. We'll go to his turn with a wisdom save, so I don't forget. Against low. Negative, he's still slowed. Vespera. Burnt pretty badly by the flames. She is going to step out of the darkness as well. And at this point, there is the flanked condition on you where you'll have a -2, or they have a +2. Either way here. And she's going to make Shadow Spear attack. I'll add the +2 in it. On a 4, it's a pretty bad miss. Quickly spinning... Go ahead.
Oh, are you remembering the cloak that I'm wearing?
Oh, that's right. Well, I need to roll that first attack, actually, because maybe you don't need to dodge it. Okay, it would have. So you did shield the first one. But the second one misses either way.
Okay.
Wisdom save for her, too. See if she can break this slow. She cannot. Ah, the slow really fucks him. 15 feet of movement. It can get any of these hexes.
I see Vespera did the last saving throw, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Lord of Varkul is going to step out and... Let me see here. $120, huh? You see that as he steps out, draws his sword, an orb of flame starts to swirl around the sword, and he kind of flicks it with the blade, and it goes flying, and as he does, he says, "You're not the only champion. If we get rid of you, another will show up. And I plan to take your place." As a fire explodes on Vyri. Vyri, give me a dex saving throw, and for your dragonfly as well.
Ooh.
I am resistant to necrotic.
It's half fire, half necrotic. Roll one for the dragonfly.
Oh. Where's his save?
Oh, just click him and then click the button. In chat.
I'm gonna inspiration mine.
Okay.
Where's my dex save? Bloop, bloop. Ah!
15, unfortunately, won't make it. Let's roll damage. Half on the dragonfly. God, those hellfire orbs hurt. The dragonfly can also uncanny dodge with a reaction. Attack roll. This isn't an attack roll. You cannot uncanny dodge it. So he's taking half, which is gonna kill him. Vyri, as your dragonfly falls, you take 71 damage.
I do not.
Halved on the
I-
necrotic.
Yes.
So 15, 16, 17, 18 more health.
Is someone falling? Is that what's happening?
I'm falling.
All right,
Who's
cool.
about
You're
to-
not falling anymore. I'm gonna do my reaction still up. Yeah,
It is.
It is.
feather fall. And I can pick. What did your dragonfly die? Is that why you're falling?
Yes.
Okay, so then, yeah, I would just do it to you then.
Absolutely.
Can I wrap it in my carpet? No, I'm just kidding.
But no, very nice. A feather fall on you, Vyri, so you start to slow in your descent. Give me a dexterity save. I'll say with advantage since you have feather fall.
Hey.
13. You do fall a bit, grabbing onto a ledge. You are 60 feet down as you fall, and slowly, as you're falling, you see Libera quickly react, and as his magic slows your fall, you grab onto a tree branch. You're negative 60 feet. If I put you at that, it'll actually put you underground. So
Below
I'm
the
just gonna,
map.
yeah, I'm just gonna do a 60 on you. And without a climb speed, you will have to climb back up. But that's where you're at the moment. I also need a con save, I believe.
Yeah. I don't even know if I can pass it. I think it's way too much damage for me to save from.
Way too much damage for you to save from. The slow falls. The good thing is, he can only do that once. That's the bottom of the round, as Lord of Arkul stands out, challenges your mantle of champion of the Raven Queen, explodes a hellfire orb on you. We go to the top of the round, Eclipse. Your darkness expanding in front of you before you see flying in on the dragonflies an explosion of thunder, an explosion of flame, and then the two shadar-kai stepping out and battling you, a chain whip coming towards your foot as a spear comes to your back, quickly dodging both. What do you do?
I feel cornered, sort of. So I'm gonna start attacking. So I have what looks like. Well, can anyone see me from where they are?
Yeah, I mean this is
Okay.
open walled. It's just pillars, so they can see
Okay.
through it. I would say they can get a good little glimpse on the area.
Okay, so I've got these two blades of like yellow light hovering over my hands. And I just start slashing at the guy to my right. Let me see. Attack.
That's a solid hit.
Jesus.
$20 radiant damage.
And can I pop a spell slot with it as well since it hit?
For a smite, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I should use my words better. Yeah.
Go ahead and pop that spell slot.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. I'd like to pop my first spell slot.
We've all popped our first.
Pop that spell slot.
40
You just gotta do,
or
baby.
32 radiant damage as the blade just explodes out, forming in, and then immediately shattering on the creature.
I'm gonna take a second swing with that blade.
Also hits. $23 more damage. That's pretty solid. It finishes them off. How do you want to do this?
So my first swing threw him off balance. My second one goes directly into him. And yeah, he just bursts with light and drops to the ground. And I have an offhand attack still, because I 2-weapon fight. That's probably going to be a miss.
Surprisingly, it hits.
Really? Okay. And I'm gonna also Divine Smite off of this one. Can you do that twice in a turn? I don't remember.
You can.
You can, okay.
The only limit is your spell slots.
'Tis a
I know.
special.
I just don't want to die.
6 damage as the blade shatters on her. You can see that she looks pretty severely wounded. She immediately kind of engulfs in shadow and disappears. She's gonna miss the
Okay.
escape, going with a reaction invisible and teleporting 60 feet.
Okay. I can still move after attacking in 5e, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You can break your
Alright, so
movement.
I'm gonna step into the shadows, and I think you said I just have to choose that I don't want to be seen?
When you are in darkness,
Yeah, I'm in the
Once-
darkness spell, yeah.
you can choose to be invisible.
Yep, then I do.
As
That's
you
it.
step into the darkness, just fading in.
We're on round 2, and I've burned through like all of my spell slots, so...
3 spell slots used, darkness, and 2 smites. Nixon no longer slowed. She's going to run up, holding out a spear. She's going to chuck these towards Jupiter's giant dragonfly. 3 shadow spear attacks. Let me check here. It's 30 feet for normal, so she's going to get close enough to do those. Which is enough to hit just on the first. You see a shadow spear pierce through the dragonfly, and as it stabs into the front, the head and the large eyes, they just burst with blue goo, kind of splatters all over your armor, and the dragonfly starts to crash downward. You take 2d6 falling damage.
I will feather fall.
You take no falling damage as you
Yeah,
land
it's a
softly
Nazi,
on your
damn it.
feet.
And let me use that.
She pulls back the spear as it reforms in her hand and chucks it towards you. 2 more attacks.
I will I can't shield it.
I think you could. You're at a 24 normal, right?
Reaction.
Oh, reaction. Sorry. Thank you. It's gonna hit. Let's see the other one. The other one's a natural 1, so only 1 hitting. A lot of this is necrotic damage. 22 necrotic and 8 piercing. Any resistance on any of that? No.
Unfortunately, no.
Alright. 30 total damage as the spear stabs in. As it stabs into your gut, you actually feel almost the same kind of sensation you would kind of imagine with a poison spreading through your veins rapidly, and immediately you feel all your muscles kind of tense up as the spear fades into shadow and wisps back into her hand. Vyri, the explosion knocking you down on the side of the cliff. And I'm actually going to say, seeing how this battle is going, perhaps the Druidess does land and break her form. We'll put her into initiative too. We'll break out a bird form with Whisper.
Can I climb?
Half speed, if you don't have a climbing speed, you can blink and do all those things just as normal, but yep.
Cool. I'm gonna half speed climb. And by that, I mean I'm a dash to 30 feet left.
Alright, start climbing up the side of the cliff.
I could get to the top, but I don't think that's a good idea. I'm very injured. And I wouldn't have a turn after that.
Looking at the edge,
Uh-oh.
knowing your enemies are awaiting, you prepare yourself for the battle ahead.
Yeah.
Oops, I skipped. Salvador will run up. We've already taken care of your chosen of the Raven Queen. Who do you stand for? As he swings out his spiked chain, he's going to make 3 spike chain attacks. Oof, these guys are rolling hot. He does need that high roll to hit. That one's gonna miss. And miss 1 hit. Give me a dex saving throw, Jupiter. Otherwise, he's going to use his topple ability.
Dex saving throw.
As the spike chain sweeps under your feet, to go knock you over. He does knock you prone. As he stands over you, swinging a spiked chain. Libera, we jump to you, and welcome.
Alrighty, really quick, how well do we know these pets at this point? These dragonflies, like I guess how
Individually,
that.
the party had to find a dragonfly that matched their personality. It was the only way to find one that would allow you to ride them. So you had to roll charisma checks until you found one that seemed to match. Mechanically, they listen to you completely.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, seeing them try to do that to my brother and then also Viri, I'm gonna retort back. So he asked, what was I'm sorry, the last thing he just said. It was
What chosen do you stand for as he's swinging a spike chain around Jupiter?
I'm just gonna like yell out as I like start to tell my dragonfly to land me. The Stormhaven. We're a grand kingdom, and if you plan to kill my brother and Viri, then I claim your life, you sniveling worm. I'm just try to get this thing. Can I guess you're saying
It has
completely
60 feet of
utterly-
movement and it could dash.
I'd like to, if possible, land myself, and then could I send it out towards Viri, and Viri can control it from there, but...
Sure. Yeah, you ask it to go help your friend, it will.
Yeah, so I'll try to do that. I'll try to meet you at the 30 feet. And I will start off doing my favorite mechanic. I'm gonna lightning strike this guy. So I just like pretty much essentially
This one?
hold out my arm as I a bolt of lightning kind of harnesses around it, and I just strike it out.
That's on the guy over Jupiter?
Yeah, sorry, I thought it does a. Yeah, it would have been for these two. Sorry, it's not doing a format.
Oh yeah, it's a 10-foot area. Very nice. Let's roll for the 2 of them.
Weird. Sorry, normally it does a little template, but I guess it's only the initial strike.
Yeah, no worries. They do both save for half. 44, taking 22 lightning damage.
Alrighty, and from there I'm going to transmute a quicken spell. So that'll be 2 sorcery points. And arcing the lightning, I'm going to call forth a star spawn. Just once again, kind of just almost like right in the area where the lightning had struck, almost for just a second, like almost astral space kind of warps out, and this thing just kind of claws out. And
Very
he
cool.
will take his turn.
An
As a-
aberration spawning out of a shocking portal out of nowhere.
Now, I'll post this. I imagine it sounds like
than his next turn, but how would that work? Would that be this turn? I would imagine it'd be next turn, like, is what it sounds like. would've
No,
had
we'll
it.
say he's immediately making the noise.
So yeah, he just kind of comes out and just is chattering, and it just sounds more like just 8 people screaming random shit than anything.
Go ahead and roll damage. The two shadar-kai quickly going to cover their ears. What is that thing? And quickly turn towards it, ready to battle.
Alrighty, and I will do 2 of these attacks, trying to pierce its mind at the guy near my brother.
$27 hits. Guess it was a
This is all
wisdom.
psychic. Yeah, it's all psychic damage.
Just rolling quick wisdom saves for that damage there. Okay, yeah, they both took it. Alright, 15 psychic damage on the hit.
Oh boy, and he misses the second one.
9 is gonna miss that one, yeah.
I will just move. Honestly, I'll move to meet my brother here. Show them our fury. As I
Jupiter.
almost just leave my hand up. Obviously, I doesn't really need it, but.
Alright, very nice. Jupiter, we go to you. Bolts of lightning shocking them back, and a spawning aberration behind them seems to have caught their attention.
I'm going to start off with a bonus action to mass healing word up to 6 creatures of my choice. I'm going to throw 1 onto Vyri, 1 onto myself, 1 onto Libera.
You can't see me.
Oh yeah, she's
can't
30.
see.
She's 30 feet down.
All right, then I would change that because if I can't see her, that's the main reason I'm doing the mass
Okay.
healing word. So
Keep that spell slot, then save her for when she climbs up.
yes, hopefully I can. All right, I'll put that back. I am going to then do something a little bit different.
Half movement to stand up, I take it, yes?
Yes, half movement to stand up. I am going to throw a level 2 healing word on myself.
It did not auto-apply the heal, but he chose not to heal, so no healing yet. Alright, 9 healing to yourself.
Okay, and then I am going to... I don't get to do it often, but I'm going to Booming Blade. And that will mean it is an additional D8 on top of my Mace of the Green Father here.
The blade ringing out with some thunder damage. Shocking into the creature, easily hitting the shadar-kai. Max damage on that too, don't forget weapon damage.
You kinda
21.
see Jupiter spinning the mace around, and he just tries to pretty much, I guess, maybe uppercut with the mace as some of the lightning kind of comes off and reinvigorates Jupiter for a little bit. It was a big damage there. That is it.
Balros.
He starts, he'll head up this way. How high is the roof here? From the
15
ground?
feet.
15 feet. Alright. Because he just saw 2 dragonflies go kaput, so he's not feeling comfortable up here on this thing. So he'll fly. he'll dash with the dragonfly, get down to the ground, and get off the back of this thing. He looks over towards where Eclipse was. Did you describe what your character looks like, Eclipse?
Not yet, but
Just the weapons mostly.
Yeah, right.
I
like
can
what-
describe what you see for a character is basically so she would look like an elven woman almost. She has like the long ears and everything. Except she has 6 fingers on each hand that are claw-like, and 2 large black raven-like wings on her back. And she is wearing what looks like she's been collecting different pieces of clothing and armor, and has kind of the worst looking set of plate armor you've seen anyone wear. Yeah, it looks scavenged or something.
All right, cool. So yeah, Valros gets down here. Just move this dragonfly up here because I'd be roughly there. He goes to cast something towards Eclipse, but suddenly that elf with the magnificent wings seems to disappear into the darkness. So he turns back around towards Jupiter and Libera, and he starts to mutter something as if he wants to cast a fireball, but sees they all get mixed in together. He's like, no, we're not doing that. So
Store
he's
back
going.
the back guana.
So he's going to first off tell Trell, go help Viry, and Trell's gonna move his 40. I believe it's 40 feet.
He just says before he leaves, I mean, she kind of scares me, but if you say so.
And where is that dude? There he is. 70 feet away. I'm gonna burn a sorcery, 2 sorcery points, and cast Phantasmal Force on the Lord, this guy, because he scares me. He looks armored and scary. And
Right.
and I did get distance spell that for 2 sorcery points.
You got it. Distance spell, Phantasmal Force. Oh, he just hits the DC. 18.
And
See the
I
thing?
sorry, what was that, Coral?
Actually, I'm sorry. He is within. I can silvery barbs that, and I'll give it to advantage to Jupiter.
I was just gonna ask if I could do that too. You're quicker on your reaction is faster than my reaction.
Let me check. Is
Allow me,
silvering-
Valros.
Oh wait, let me actually click it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, click it for me. Just so I can read it again, because I always forget.
Oh, why
Yeah,
did
it's-
it take a second spell slot now?
Uh,
There we go.
Reroll the d20 and use the lower roll. So he only gets 1 on this.
Yeah, so it's just like a flat one.
He fails.
Give advantage to Jupiter.
Cool. And the phantasmal image that I want to create in his mind is he's going to see multiple. Well, I can only create one thing. He's going to see an image of Viry suddenly appear off the ledge to the south of him here.
I love it.
Let me just double check. Yeah, it takes a loot in his mind. So yeah, absolutely. He sees Vyri like stand up. Is she like challenging him? Is she?
She's right now. She's just climbing over the edge because Valros did see her go down.
Okay.
But he saw Libera kind of go down there with the dragonfly. Like he's got a pretty good idea that she's down there.
All right.
And he's been
Guess I've seen
muttering
it
that he
fair.
wants her, so there she is. Go and get her.
You see that as he sees you fly up, he hears you chanting. He quickly looks to the right. There you are.
And I don't really have a bonus action that I can use. So, for Valros's movement, he's gonna try and take cover under this structure somehow.
Okay. Has the dragonfly dropped you off then?
Yeah, he has.
Okay.
He has, and I would just
Come
have the
fly away.
dragonfly fly off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Then he will stay in safety. And yeah, you can take cover from the current position. There are pillars and trees and even a kind of like 2.5-foot tall stairway up to a platform. So like enough area to get at least standard cover.
Yeah. And I'm concentrating now, so
We're just going to finish this round and then we'll go on a break really quick. But the druidess will run over to the ledge. And as she looks down... Oh, good. You didn't die. She's going to go ahead and cast... Well, let me see here. Is there a range on this? Oh, shoot, it's touch. She was going to give you freedom of movement, so you weren't dealing with that, but she can't. Okay. Well, never mind that. Look out at the battlefield then. I'm gonna say that she's gonna ready an action. As soon as you're up to her, she's gonna heal you. So she has a cure wounds ready. You see her hands glowing. She says, "Up here." This one breaks out of invisibility at the start of their turn. And she definitely saw you go hide and cast that. Let's go ahead and run her here. You think you can hide in the shadows? Not from us. And she's gonna chuck 3 spears at you.
at disadvantage.
Disadvantage to start until she hits, correct? That first one's gonna miss. Second one gonna miss, and then the third. 3 spears just flying out. All 3 of them, you just dodge in between, and the cloak kind of flowing in the air, causing a bit of disruption in the attack pattern. She looks like she's still charging forward and ready to close the gap. And you just see her rather agitated as the blade forms again. Stand still, coward. The final one here before we go on break. Lord Varkul, he looks over and sees the illusion here. So at the moment, he believes it is Vyri. You see him run to the edge, and he kind of stomps. Is this in his favor, I guess, because she's climbing. So yeah, he stomps onto her, like, fingers, and he's just standing there with the sword plunging down at an illusion, as he thinks that he's kicking her off the edge. I think he also takes damage from it, yes?
Only if the illusion would, like, if it was like, oh, you're on fire, then you'd take psychic, but Vyri is not. I mean, unless you want to say that, oh, she...
Yeah, it can deal
stabs him
damage
back,
to him.
but-
Yeah. So let's say a d6. And this would be bludgeoning.
It's psychic, actually. It's always psychic.
I mean, like, to
'cause it's in
him.
his-
He thinks it's bludgeoning.
Oh yeah.
Like she's hitting him.
And if he I love this spell because if he misses, in his mind, it's always like it makes sense. She ducks, she dodged, like he can't seem to hit her. You know what I mean?
I think that's a yes.
Yeah,
I was just reading it.
The third paragraph explains it. That's why I love this spell. This is such great mind fuckery.
Oh,
How does he break it then? How does this work?
he
Actually
doesn't.
confusing. On a failed save, the creature sees it, otherwise visible. Well, you know what? I'll read it for the rest of this and just try to confirm some of that. Yeah. You would have to examine it. The target can use his action to make an investigation. If it succeeds, it realizes it's an illusion and the spell ends. So, he, mechanically, he's going to do his multi-attack on it. So we'll just roll 3 longsword attacks. Yeah, a critical hit.
You gotta be quicker than that.
You see the longsword stab like perfectly into like what he would think is her head and slice it off, and he looks as she's still standing. Impossible. He's gonna make an intelligence check next turn here, but that will be the end of this round. And we will go ahead and go on break for a minute. And when we come back, we'll pick up on the top of round 3.
Cool.
Let's throw this up here. Break timer. 15-minute break, however long you guys need. When everybody's back, we'll jump back into combat. Find some music while we're...
The cleaning ended, guys.
It like came back, and I was like, shit, I got a feather fall. I was like, but I wasn't even like fully at my desk. Like back over as I was like listening, I was like, no.
Thank God.
I didn't even know if my distance was right. I genuinely didn't really know the map at the moment.
You were really pretty close to me, so yeah.
Yeah. Dude, like, where the fuck are we? Where are we so high up? Did I
We're
miss?
climbing a mountain to get to a Jabberwock's nest den horde thing to get the ice crystal?
You have the ice crystal, the air crystal.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever happened with the dragon?
The party looted its hoard, killed the dragon, moved on.
Dope.
There were actually a couple items that were pulled from the hoard. I'll share them for you really quick. A black iron key. A black iron key said to be one of the 7 required to unlock Syric's shackle on the Supreme Throne. Jupiter has black bone half mask of Saz Tam. And Valros.
Saz Tam, I do know who the fuck that is. That's fun.
Indeed. Valros found a drow lantern that emits shadows. And while you're here, if you can actually roll me 1, 2...
A D9?
No, 1, 2, 3...
A D6.
4, 5, 6...
D100.
Yeah, because we gave out 3. Why did I have to math that out? Give me a D6.
Why did
Sorry,
I
what
have
am
to
I
math?
Just a D6, Libera. 3. You find a silver bust of Asmodeus.
Oh boy.
Wait, what?
Within the dragon horde, a silver bust of Asmodeus.
It's pretty baller, dude. I'm about to put that on my desk.
A silver
Back
bust
at the fucking
fashioned in the
the
shape
Oval Office, baby.
in the shape of the head of Asmodeus, a side view facing right, with a fire opal set as the eye.
How much is this one worth?
33,000 gold.
Yeah, the presidential office has now got
That's what I'm saying, bro.
gold
You're
bust.
telling me that's not going in the desk, bro? Like, we're building a pedestal. It's not even allowed to touch the desk, honestly. It's not allowed to.
It's gotta have its own special little pedestal.
It's gonna be a bodyguard.
And
Yes, the Dampiers, when they're not working, their goal is to protect the bust.
Don't worry, let me just clean it with Dispel Magic real quick.
and I will be right back.
I missed you at the start, Cora. We didn't get any really fun shit talk.
I never shit talk, alright?
You missed it. So we heard you were gonna be late, and we were like, he's not important. It's not like he's the ruler or anything.
Yeah, I guess, what did I miss with, oh, I guess, yeah, Fiona. I guess, is this the first time you guys are seeing them, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when did you actually hop into Discord? I completely was oblivious to the change.
It's all good. Wait, me and Jupiter are brothers in real life, so it's actually funny. We modeled our voices after, like, the same kind of idea, so.
That's funny.
I don't know, probably, like, 10 minutes before I did that feather fall.
Okay.
Like, when I came in, I just kept hearing dragonfly. I was like, what the fuck did I miss? Riding the shit? I was like,
Oh,
I was like,
actually,
fuck this job, bro. I'm missing the dragonflies? Why do we got dragonflies?
do you guys? I'll ask Nick when he gets back, but it looks like when I cast spells, they're using a paladin and a warlock spell slot at the same time. I thought I was out of spells. Is that normal? Like, if you're a paladin / warlock and you cast a spell, does it consume the same pool?
I didn't have that
no, it
issue when I
shouldn't.
was a Sorlock.
Okay, because this
Yeah.
says I've used 7 spell slots this combat, and I'm like, I have not.
A question, have you been manually doing it? Like,
What do you mean?
removing it? Have you been manually removing it if you've done the spell already?
No, I haven't clicked those yet. Like, where it
Okay.
says spell slot, I didn't click them manually.
No, it
And
shouldn't.
none of the spells on my second level paladin list
Pact
have...
is like really
Yeah.
flexible too. I mean,
Yeah.
like pack slots.
What do you mean?
Like you'll get them back on a short rest. You should be able to use them like interchangeably, but it shouldn't be using both at the same time.
Okay. Cool, so I still have second level slots.
I wonder
I've
if
never
I haven't
actually
played
used
I
my
haven't
pack
played
slots.
Paladin with Nick yet. I don't know. Maybe he might have when you're doing Divine Smite. Maybe it's automatically doing it. I don't know. It's Medea's silver bus. I'll be right back, but that shit has me dying. Sometimes whispers secrets. Let's fucking go, dog.
Speak secrets of hellish origin.
I mean, it should be fine.
Cyrix Shackles.
Maybe. I'll have to have a team look at it.
IV.
I think this should be in the Oval Office.
We should start like a museum of all like the really good shit.
Oh, they're gonna be like, library, we don't even got a fucking... Our kingdom barely has walls, alright? Get an Oval Office.
Oh, I think this was my fucking patron when I was a trickery cleric.
You would be a trickery cleric.
I was a trickery cleric and it was great, and it lasted all of 2 levels before the fucking campaign went to shit.
Was it you that plays only clerics, or has played a lot of clerics? Or
I'm a cleric main, yeah.
I thought that was you.
I like literally always need levels in Rogue. I swear to God.
I am playing a full rogue on our Spelljammer homebrew on Sundays, and let's just say I do a lot of damage. I basically one-shot someone last week and absolutely murdered them because I also took a few levels in fighter, so I have action surge. So I can attack with my action surge and hold my action to attack at another time. Or with my reaction, if I attack with my reaction, I can hit him with sneak attack again.
Listen, I can't hate. I've only done every single artificer subclass except for the garbage one that we don't talk about.
I have
What's
never
the garbage
played
one?
Artificer.
It's the alchemist one. It's not
Is it?
garbage.
That's the only one that I ever thought might be cool, but now I feel sad.
No, it's cool. It's just having played the other 3, it's like I realize there's just like almost, I won't say little benefit. It's cool from a flavor standpoint. I really fucking love it. I don't know. I tell myself I gotta just crack it one day and I'll take a look at it, but it just feels like it doesn't have enough like in it, I guess, comparatively. Like the other ones are just so good.
I have never played Artificer, Bard, Monk, and Blood Hunter. Every other class I've played. I've done a straight sorcerer, I've done Sorlock, I did a
I
wizard,
seem to just
rogue.
stay within charisma or intelligence classes, and it's not something that I meant to do. It just seems like I gravitate towards, I don't know, any of the
I
classes.
played a
That's the main stat.
ranger.
It has like
but
little
that-
to do with the charisma itself. It's just I fucking just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ironically, my rogue is the face of the party for Sunday. I'm like, why are you guys leaving everything up to me? Don't do it. But I did just buy a shit ton of dice themed around my characters, and I don't know what that says about me, but
I mean, rogues are pretty good skill monkeys.
oh yeah.
For the expertise, dude. Expertise in anything, even if it's a bad stat, just makes it so good.
Her acrobatics is a +8, athletics is a +5, her sleight of hand is a +11, her stealth is a +11 at advantage, her persuasion's a +7. Her thieves tools, when she rolls thieves tools, it's fucking ridiculous. Because I also have gloves of thievery. So it's a +5 on top of that, I believe. So I essentially can't fail that stuff, and it's great. I love it. I live for it.
I really find it, I don't know. I also find it hard for myself to stay away from wanting to cast spells.
I am struggling as a rogue. All she has is Sacred Flame as an ancestry trait. So I'm just like, well, what do? How work? I will show you.
I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Alchemist is actually, because I'm trying to remember, I think it's good for healing. I guess it's good for a support. Because I think they're good at like fire and I forget what it is.
I play a Kenku on tomorrow night.
Also, just can't say no to a pet. Like every character I have now, somehow I have something either sentient on me or if I could just have a pet rolling with me.
So, My Kenku was found and raised by Goliath. So she fully believes she's a fucking Goliath. She's tiny. She weighs 45 pounds. She is 3
Yeah.
feet tall.
She acts like a Goliath, including carrying a goddamn great sword.
She
that's
uses a
bigger
great
than her.
sword that's bigger than her. She's not good at using swords in any way, shape, or form, but she believes she is. So we came across the Goliath werebear that everyone is searching for up in the 10 towns to, you know, prove themselves and blah, blah, blah. And she looks at it and she goes, I'm a Goliath. And she's like, no, you're not, little bird. She's like, I'm a Goliath. Full on, just going for it. And then
Well,
battled the werebear.
yeah, like a Goliath would do. This little Kenku starts fighting this thing, and hey, you got the reward out of it. So
Oh yeah. I have to find my astral dice. Where are they? So these are the dice I just bought. The red coral is for Viry. It looks like blood. I was like, that fits. Can you guess what the black one, the black feathers is, Sean?
well, yeah, of course. a certain tiny Kenku that thinks that she's a Goliath. The problem is that on more often than not, you actually succeed in
I
doing
know!
Goliath things.
I feel like my most Goliath moment was when he was trying to hook up with a girl.
Yeah.
And Saloon was just like, yeah, this is what we do. And then went and did it and succeeded. And she's just like, yeah.
Wait, did you hook up with Saloon?
No, so my Kenku's name is Saloon because they preached about the goddess Saloon so much she thought that was her name. Because she can't vocalize her own name, she doesn't know what she was called. So her name is something she just picked up. So she took on the name Saloon because they kept talking about it, and it's also her goddess, so it gets confusing. But she totally hooked up with the seamstress in one of the towns because the Goliath was trying to hook up with people, so she went to someone he hadn't asked yet. It was like, so, you wanna go hang out? And Nick was like, roll? And so I did, and it was like a 24, and he was like, yeah, you guys go. So she spent the night with the seamstress while the rest of the party had to be together in the tavern because no one else could find.
And of
The
course
Goliath
the Goliath that was trying to hook up with everything moving in that damn tavern couldn't succeed at all. Just
No.
bad roll after bad roll.
I think his highest roll was like a 6.
Yes. And then this little Kenku thinks she's a Goliath and goes right up to the first. I think it was a human, right?
It was the first human she came across.
Like, so do you want to go and yeah, sure, let's go.
She's there to ruin everyone. That's all
Sorry,
she's there for.
I was in the AFK channel. I'm like, why is everyone so quiet?
I wondered why you left. I totally didn't look
I
at
ran
the
to the
AFK.
gas station and they were closed, so then I had to go to the Giant, and then I parked on the wrong side, so I had to walk all the way across the parking lot.
Ew, gross. Are you getting hit by those really bad storms in the Midwest, or you're still up near me, right?
Yeah,
Pennsylvania-ish?
We
Yeah.
we had like a little. Oh, let me close my door.
Just making sure no one's in the tornadoes.
We just had really nice weather too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's been beautiful.
That shit like whooped my ass this weekend, dude. It was like really slow, blah blah. You know, I'm ready for like, you know, getting a little bit busy. I was like, saw that sun and it just like stayed out every day, dude. The weekend hit.
I was in the festival on Sunday,
Oh my
and the
god.
festival normally has like maybe like I think last year it had like 3,000 people, and we did really well. And this year it had like 10,000. And at one point I looked up and it was like me and my 2 team members, a business partner and an employee, and it was so busy.
It's
and
crazy how the sun like really fucking dude. It's like the second I saw it was like a couple of
You-
days. I was like, no man.
You're
It's
telling
bad.
me nice weather on a weekend, and it's one of
Yeah.
the first nice like weekends we've had.
Yeah.
Oh
I was
my
so
God.
scared going into the weekend. It was worse than I ever thought. I was like, please.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, I mean, we made a lot of money. It was like kind of crazy. I was, fuck.
Oh. Oh, where was that posted?
So,
Oh, Cora,
quick
by the way.
question, Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the other title. They were bragging
Sorry
that
about
they can
that.
see like everything. Do you need to use the bathroom? Whatever. They can just see it. Are you hungry? Like, are you thinking deeply? And they came into the room after and they said they couldn't read any of my results. And I was like, wait, what? What does that mean? They're like, we don't know.
What happened?
We were talking about THC and just how it has like a really weird like impact on me.
It has a weird impact on like half of our family, but for me,
I keep
it's a
forgetting
daily
to send
thing.
you the.
Hell
I-
yeah! Send me the prices, man.
I know, man. Hold on.
Really? Do you ship?
I can ship, yeah, because you can ship. So, like, it's funny. I went to 3 lawyers last year.
I did go to AFK. I was out back smoking and talking. But let's top of the round here.
Nick, you're not allowed to go sleep now, right?
Hey man, I know. Uh, top of the round here. Eclipse, invisible in the darkness. And we come back into combat here. Explosions and flames and a lot of magic cast. 2 dragonflies down. The party engaging in hand-to-hand combat at this point on the ground. Valros taking to a corner as Vespera chases him down. Eclipse, you find yourself in the darkness that you cast, eclipsed in the shadow. And you're up. What would you like to do?
Okay. Quick question.
Yes.
So with those like weapons, oh, I didn't mean to click that. Well, actually, that doesn't hurt. The extending feature, so that's one as an
60 feet.
action, a single attack, right?
No, it's just 60 feet. You get your extra attack.
Wait, really? So
You can do your full turn. And 60 feet range with the extended weapon, you fling the radiant blade out.
Yeah, I
okay.
have mine at 120. It's kind of nuts.
You can't smite on that though. It's a ranged attack, right?
No, it's
Not
a melee
reach.
attack. So you can theme it as throwing the light blade, but as I mentioned, it's very much like a Goku extended pole. It's a melee attack.
Look
Oh,
at that.
oh,
So
okay.
You click a
As-
button and your sword becomes 60 feet long.
Yeah.
your
Okay.
attack has a reach of 60 feet.
Yep.
That's a long ass sword.
Extending wall.
It's like an extendo pole from
Dude,
Dragon
I
Ball.
never thought about that. You could do some anime bullshit, alright?
You can. You can.
Okay. So I'm about to do some anime bullshit.
The
as
only thing is you are in the darkness, and although you have blind sight of 10 feet, it
Oh
does...
no, I have Eldritch.
Oh, you
what's
can
it
see
called?
normally in your darkness. Hell yeah, you see
120
right through
feet.
it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Beautiful.
Oh, what did I move? Hold on, there's like 2
15.
things here.
You went 15. 5, 10, 15. 3 squares.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna start slashing at the big guy then.
Let's go. Advantage, he can't see you.
That's alt click.
It's
Correct.
alt for advantage, yep.
Okay.
Or I think even if you click attack, it'll just give you the option, right?
Oh yeah, it does. Okay.
Oh, a 5 and a 6. Unfortunately, it flies over his head as he dips down to stab at the fake fiery.
Can I re-roll one of those with inspiration?
Yeah, 1d20 plus your mod, yeah. So just straight roll. Inspiration used up.
Oh man.
Oh, it's even worse.
That was bad. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it misses. Inspiration used.
All right. Well, you know what? She's never done this before at a range, so poor performance the first time is expected. I'm gonna go ahead and attack again.
Again with advantage. A nat 20.
So,
Oh, this is gonna be a smite,
As he
and he
stands
can't.
back up, he
Yeah.
glimpses right towards the darkness, face facing you, as the second blade comes flying in.
Okay, so here's the weapon damage. I'll do the smite next, and then the sneak attack because he couldn't see me.
Or you
Oh, actually,
damage.
real quick, something that needs to be fixed.
Mhm.
When I cast my second level warlock spells, it consumed my warlock spell slots, but also 2 paladin spell slots. So it cost me 4 spell slots to cast 2
Yeah,
spells.
just fix your spell slots. That's fine.
Okay, how do I?
Your packed magic would still be available. except
Oh,
for
I
the
can just click
darkness.
them. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna let me. Okay.
So you should get a first level spell slot and a packed slot back.
Will it let me after I hit cast spell on divine smite? Will it let me crit it?
It should. Good.
yeah, divine smite does.
Yeah, yeah. Damage
When you
button.
click damage, it should say critical.
Yep.
Okay.
And he is undead,
Jeez.
which means other formula critical as well.
Okay, and then so advantage. So my sneak attack, does it go off because I'm
Sneak
invisible
attack
and have
already was
advantage?
applied, I believe. That's the 2d6 at the end, yes? Is it
Oh, was
added?
it?
I think so. 2d6 on the Radiant Blade? I believe so. Oh, no, that's just the... No, it's not. Go ahead, you get 2d6 and 2d8 additional.
It's for the striking.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I am so confused. 2d6 and 2d8?
2d6, that's the critical sneak. 2d8, that's the other formula. The Divine Smite does an additional d8 because he's undead. So that's 2d8. 2d6, 2d8.
Okay. Oh, I
Critical
get
sneak,
it. I get it.
critical additional Divine Smite damage.
There's the sneak, and here's the divine smite.
That is intense. Another 14 on top of the
84.
30.
This
On top
this
of
guy's gonna
40,
get his
40, so
head cut off. Oh my god.
56.
And I still have an offhand attack. This guy shouldn't have walked away from the darkness.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Double 19s. It was like, yeah. Alright.
He does shield himself enough to avoid another critical hit, but it hits him nonetheless.
And I'm gonna smite off of this too, just because I don't want this guy to be existing.
Yeah, he looks
Sick.
like he could definitely take or deal some damage.
One, 3.
An additional
Okay.
d8 because he's undead.
Okay, and that's everything.
One more d8 because he's undead. The other formula.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, so next time roll other formula, but it'll just be the extra 2 on that last one there.
Okay.
Right. Perfect.
That was triple digits, right? Total?
The first one was 84, so
104.
90, 105, 6, 7,
104, 9, 111.
111. There you go.
Yep. Valros is just gonna climb back on his dragonfly and fly out 500 feet and watch this. This is
It's a good amount of damage.
I was looking at this dark ball like,
You can't keep getting away.
Light blades just flying out of the darkness, and anything else on your turn, Eclipse?
Like,
You
I
got
love
50.
Oh no,
Good
you
for
can end my
sharing that
turn for me.
sound,
I'm
dude.
sorry.
You got it. You got it.
Funny that he added that. I love him for that, dude.
All right.
So-
Let's see. This one will step away from this creature making a bunch of noise. It's going to get an op attack on her. Your aberrant spirit. She's going to step away.
About to snatch that boy's mind.
Oh, fuck. Critical hit. All right.
Oh my god! I almost imagine like he just like freaking like almost like it looks like he like bit the head off, but it like almost phases through, and it's just pure psychic damage as it kind of like phases through it.
What did that thing? Get it off of me! Runs over here, and she is going to then do 3 melee attacks at you with the Shadow Spear.
Oh.
Ooh, replies back with a crit.
Yeah, what's all these crits?
I'm going to first of all distance and react with my
70 feet.
The distance?
Silvery barbs.
Distance spell of silvery barbs.
That's nasty. I didn't even think about distancing like shit like that.
Very nice.
And,
we'll roll another
I'll
attack.
give advantage to Jupiter.
Jupiter has advantage from the previous one.
I'll give it to Libera.
Very cool.
That's fucking sick. Good shit.
That's intense. Stealing the crit away as the Shadow Spear goes to stab straight into you. She tries to pierce into your heart, but in the last second you hear Valros chant some quick magic and she kind of slips up and it just stabs into your thigh instead. You will take 1 hit. She's going to do 2 more. These Shadow Spears hurt, by the way. 23.
Oh yeah, they do.
And 1 more. 21 will miss. So 1 hit.
Hit me, baby.
33 damage. Most of it necrotic,
Goddamn.
8 piercing, as you see the spear stab into your gut, and same thing, just a swelling pain of necrotic energy pulsing through your body as it disappears and reforms in her hand. She goes to swing again, but you are able to pick up your shield quick enough and bash it back. And we go to... she'll kind of loop around just to kind of get a little bit further
damn,
from
dude,
that
thank you for
spirit.
that silvery barbs again. I didn't realize that was the damage.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Vyri.
Can I get on Windziffer?
You can.
Cool. That's what, 10 feet of movement?
5 feet to mount, I think? I could double check, but yeah, you mount onto it.
Okay, cool. And
He seems like slightly edgy, and he's not really about it. but he's,
30.
like,
Do you... Now Druidess Arata has a heal ready. Do you fly past her?
Yeah. We make a pit stop.
Alright,
Quick
she's
high
gonna...
five.
Yeah.
She's gonna throw some healing to you.
Oh, thank God.
25 healing as you fly up. She's like,
Just
wait!
doubled my health.
And just barely gets the heal in there as you fly past her. That'll be her reaction and ready to use.
30 up. We'll go 40 up, so we're 10 up. Oh, I didn't want to put it on him, but that's fine. I'm gonna move him below me. And then that's 40. We have up to a 60 if we dash.
So there's currently 2 Vyries in front of this person.
Oh, that's fine.
That's so funny. I love it.
He's gonna dash over here. And I see dead bodies over here.
There is 1 corpse.
That blood
This corpse. Yep.
comes to life.
A blood puppet. As an action, a large or smaller creature or corpse within 60 feet of you that has blood, which must succeed on a wisdom save.
If it's dead,
it
it
can't.
automatically
Yeah,
fails.
it can't succeed, right?
Mhm.
While you control its actions, a corpse targeted by this
To move up half its speed and use its action to interact with an object, make a single attack, or do nothing.
no
So this person's
multi-attack, so okay.
objective is to go kill the Lord. That is its entire will
When
at
does
this
it act?
point. It's supposed to roll in, I believe, or it's after my turn. I don't care which.
We'll do it on your turn. That's fine. Alright, so you just see Zephyr stand back to his feet, wielding his spiked chain. How much movement? Half of his speed. Okay, so he's only going to get 15 as he runs up and has the weapon ready.
And then
And what does this look like? How do you do this? What does it look like?
I just pull out a little bit of blood, and it starts going around my hands, and then you see the blood on the ground from this person just suck back up into the body and make it into a corpse for a bit. It's fine.
Very cool.
And Salvador is gonna get spiritual weapon.
That'll hit. 7 force damage, just bonks him over the back of the head.
And for Fiona, my spiritual weapon is Black Razor.
Like the phone?
No.
If you go to the
It
art
actually is
channel
the
and
phone.
scroll
It's
up,
canon.
you will see the sword. It's a little bit up there. I'll share the image. Black Razor is a sentient legendary sword. There you go, Aaron.
Oh, cool. Is that the dancing blade right now?
Yes, that is the floating spectral blade. Salvador, not looking good. He is going to... Well, you know what? You guys don't look that great either. Okay, so this thing already reacted. He's going to take booming blade damage as he moves away from it. Which I think... 2d8?
We'll double check. I don't know if I think it's 2d8. I haven't had it happen, like, I don't think
In a minute?
at all.
I believe it's 2d8, yes.
Yeah, it takes from moving to 2d8, yeah. I'll roll that right now.
As he runs out, his feet just boom, explode underneath him, and he kind of sidesteps out of that, moves away from that aberration, and he's going to kind of like take the back of Nixon. They're kind of standing back to back here as they battle you, and he will go ahead and make his multi-attack, which is 3 spiked chain attacks at you. He's going to have to roll pretty high to hit that AC, which he does not do. The spike chain just banging up against your shield and your armor as he spins around. And as none of that hits, he will take his bonus action to shadow jump. Mm. 30 feet into the darkness of the trees here. And that will be his turn.
Ability. Seeing this this one, it looks like it's about up to the. Is it on the edge? It's hard to tell. I'm so sorry.
Which one?
I
I mean, they all are actually. Yeah, this is
Nexon?
this is the edge, so they're all pretty close. Yeah, she's right up. She's right on the edge.
I will do a bonus action, and I'll do a gust.
Oh, let's go. Great saving throw.
You are hardly worth the cantrip. I'll just,
She
like, blow her off.
will make a dex
Well,
save
that's
to grab
Yeah.
on. So it's a DC 15 to grab on within 10 feet. Otherwise, she is going to fall. And I will say, same thing with Fiery, DC 12 to grab on at 60 feet down.
Ooh.
She makes a 15. She falls off the edge but grabs on 10 feet, which means she's negative 10. As she flies off the edge, and you hear her grab onto something.
That is dope. I'm going to rush up to this guy. He's still kind of stomping or whatever. I know Valorous did something to him. I don't necessarily
Well,
see what
as
he's
he
seeing.
like crit that thing, and then he sees Viry fly past on a dragonfly, he's kind of looking that way now.
And then he can look back and see me rush up
And I would like to give him a big boy spell. I'm gonna do a thunder wave. And I'll do same deal. He can get the level 1 spell slot.
Alright. On saving throw, he does get advantage. Oh, shit. This knocks him back pretty far. Right?
10 feet?
10 feet. Because of that, he's not going to be able to grab onto the ledge. You all see as Libera quickly gusts some wind out at one, very Air Ganassi style, rushes over and boom, booms the whole side of this cliff as another goes flying back. He falls.
Hardly a champion fit for the Raven Queen.
You just see in his heavy armor, he's not equipped to grab onto any ledge nor close enough.
So
As
I
he-
don't have the movement there.
You're fine. As he crashes down, you're certain he fell to the floor. We'll take him out of combat.
That is it for Libera, and then... Now, do we know about this one up here, or...?
Yeah, he's not invisible. He simply is in the shadows of the tree. Still visible.
And what is he, up on the tree, or is he...
No, he's underneath it.
Oh, okay. So I'll have the Aberrant Spirit rush up, then. Take these swings then.
That'll hit.
That's rolling really high. Jesus. I think that's all right. Yeah. Just really rolling high.
Yep, it's a +8. 16 damage. Also hits. Another 15, 31 total damage. The Aberrant Spirit chases him down and describe how he kills him.
Yeah, so just once again, I mean, it looks like he's doing these physical attacks, but it's just almost phasing through. There's no real wounds or anything, and it's just like every time he tries to feed everything into his mouth, and it just looks like he consumes something, like he slurps something like out of it, but it's just a normal body from there, as he's almost like feasting.
Salvador falls to his knees, grabbing his head. Oh! Lapses and dies. Jupiter, with advantage from the silvery barbs.
I am gonna move over to the side and seeing my brother do what he did. I have a similar idea as we send people to the depths. Let's see if there's two things I could do here.
Miss you do that, that boon baby.
Unfortunately, I can't do the boon because it is a lower save. It's not connected to my save.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah, so there would be...
For the Thunderwave boon, I would say it's your save. I know it comes with one. I would say it's your save.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I'll do the boon. As you see, like he doesn't even use the hammer. Almost like he literally, I go over to the side and I just smash my hands down, and I would just say,
Send your regards to the Raven Queen, your scum, for touching my brother.
and hoping to try and send her packing.
Since she's holding on to a ledge, I'm going to give her disadvantage on this.
Okay, it's a DC 19.
What does she have to make again? Is it
A con
Con?
save.
disadvantage con save? Oh.
Wait,
she...
do I see her?
Yeah, you're on the ledge.
Yeah, to hell with that bitch. I'm gonna silvery barbs it. I know I have a spell slot. I'll take away whichever one that is.
You got it. Silvery Barbs, we're gonna roll one more roll for her. Normal roll.
Such a
Yeah,
good spell.
I'll do it at second level. That's worth it.
Alright, she fails. As an explosion on the side of the cliff just booms out, and she goes flying back, hands released, and just kind of free falling backwards. You see her fall to her death.
Are we gonna have to go loot them?
If you want their loot.
I was thinking about that too. Like, thank God we have a dragonfly to get down there.
Alright, Jupiter, that's action, some of your movement. Anything else?
I will send another healing word over to Libera here. Let me just pull that up. And I'll just use that regular one, level 1.
And we also have an advantage to hand out from the silvery barbs.
You are correct. I guess I would. It probably would have been to Jupiter, honestly. It's just the closest.
Oops. Apply damage twice and heal you for 1. I accidentally healed you there, Valros, my bad.
Imagine saying sorry for healing someone.
Well, he's supposed to be damaged. Alright. Valros, we go to you.
Alright, Valros in his dread form will take a step forward, trying to make his form as scary as possible. The wraith look, and that will dread, greater dread, so within 10 feet, DC 15, or be frightened.
Surprisingly, she is not immune to frightens. Wisdom? Yeah, wisdom save.
Yeah.
She is frightened. She holds her spear and says, "Not a step closer." You can see her shaking.
And once he does that, he will reach up to his chest, make some symbols, use his action to activate the winged feature, which gives him 60 feet of fly speed.
Alright, action fly. Oops, I buffed her with it.
Because even though she's frightened, Valros does not want to let her get close. And he is going to move over to here. I had all kinds of things planned for all of these guys, but you threw them all off the ledge, damn it.
She's near a ledge herself, but you fly away.
But he'll turn back. He'll burn 1 sorcery point to quicken and fire off a couple of eldritch blasts at her.
That's gonna hit. Hits as well. Nice. 13 and 14 damage.
And yeah, Trell, still following his orders, will fly over to Vairi, land on her shoulder, and she can see him because she sees everything. And he will give her the help action, and that will be my turn.
Hey, you're not looking too hot over here. You need a hand?
Yeah, I kind of took a giant, like, necrotic ball of fire to the face. It's fine.
Yeah, I think they took a worse situation. They're falling all the way down. But you know.
Yeah.
And he lands on your shoulder. You have advantage.
God, I
Valros.
love how you play him, Nick.
I love Trell.
That'll be my turn. Thanks.
All right. Zephyr, I think I take out of combat, right? He's just going on your turn.
Yes.
The Druidess will run over to Jupiter. Good work with that. I don't think she'll be climbing back up. And she will throw you a heal. Hey, not
Thank
bad.
you.
24 healing actually heals all of your wounds. I think there's
And
only
that
one
druid
left.
can heal.
And she'll move up to just there, ready to go battle it, but that's her turn. Vespera is frightened, which means she cannot get closer than, what, 30 feet to you? Or what is it exactly? I forget.
Cannot get any closer to me.
Frightened creatures
Second
disadvantage on attack
advantage.
rolls, and as long as it's well inside, cannot move closer to the target. Yes, that's about it. All right.
It's fucked up.
You kind of think that I moved here on purpose, didn't you?
She says, "We still haven't failed." She's gonna take disadvantage spears at Fiery.
I was gonna offer you to live, but now you're just gonna die.
3 spears go flying out, reforming in her hand with each throw, but feared as she is, only one finds its mark.
Let's see. I'm gonna burn my reaction.
Alright, do mark those spell slots off for me.
I do. I did the coffee lock shenanigans when we short rested.
Well, I need something marked down somewhere, so how many spell slots do you even have?
Yeah. I have 5 of 4. I had 7 when we started this combat. Level 1.
Okay.
Because I burned pack slots. They're 2 points each because they're second level.
And then
I
convert them.
regained them on a short rest, so I converted them to 2 extra spell slots.
Alright.
And I was in Glabrazoo for that last fight, so
Yep.
I basically didn't burn any spell slots.
You use those 2 short rest ones for this. You got it. And advantage to who?
Advantage to...
These 2 already have it, so either you, Viry...
Eclipse.
I have help.
You can't see
can't see
Eclipse,
her.
so
I can't see Eclipse.
you have the help action, so to yourself.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, Vespera makes 1 more attack roll on that silvery barbs. It's still
Hits.
gonna hit. 1 final spear as she aims it true. She says, "We can still kill you for the Raven
take
Queen." As a
half
shadow
the
spear comes
necrotic.
flying out, you take only 16 and 9. 25? What did I do?
Yeah.
No, 28.
25.
16 and 9. 25. Alright. Leaving you badly wounded. She can run away from you. She'll go 20 feet here. And let's see if she recharged her Misty Escape. If she did, that's good. That's her turn. Eclipse. Many of the enemies blown off the edges with explosive thundering magic from the air ganassi in front of you, and a swarming, flying, Grim Reaper-looking fellow on the edge of your darkness, blasting at the shadar-kai with eldritch magic.
Question. I have a feature where I can fly for 1 minute a day. If I'm in free fall and I activate that, I can now stop my free fall, right? Realistically, if I have a flying speed.
I'm sorry, I got a message and I was just a little
Oh.
bit distracted. You can free fall. Say it again.
I can use an action to fly for a minute a day.
Yes.
So if I were to go off the cliff and I'm falling to the ground, I could activate that toward the bottom so that I don't slam into the ground, right?
Yes, but you instantly fall 500 feet.
What do you mean instantly?
So, like, if you did an action to fly, then you would have wings. But you can't react with that, which means if you don't have flying when you jump off, you instantly fall 500 feet.
I don't get it. I'm sorry. Why is the 500 feet instant?
That's falling rules 5e.
Oh. Okay, because I was just wondering if I could dive after the guy to make sure he's dead.
Yeah, you're higher than 500 feet up. You can.
Oh, okay. So I can do it, right? So I can dash off the cliff like a maniac and follow this guy down and use my wings to stop my slam into the ground. Is what you're saying?
Only if you have the clearance, the 500.
If you have the 500 clearance, which you do.
Okay, perfect. So Eclipses is pretty crazy, and she's gonna come running out of the darkness. It's gonna like break her invisibility, so you just see her like dash out of the shadows, and she shouts, "I'll finish the hunt!" And she just does like a frontal dive off of the cliff to where their commander-looking guy went.
Who the hell? Wait, where are you? What the? And you're off.
Valro's seeing
Who the
this
fuck was that?
Just yell back to everyone.
I don't know, but those wings were magnificent.
All right. You go flying.
Yeah, that's my turn.
A free fall dive downward at the bottom of 500 feet, wings flapping out.
Oh, by the way, Nick, Vespera would do another wisdom save at the end of her turn to see if she's still frightened.
Oh, thank you. I'll throw that in there. Yes.
2.
You appear right in front of her, Vyri. Both of you badly wounded in the battle. She is shaken, hands bloodied, unsteady. The help action from Trell, that's gonna hit. You see as, like,
Wow.
she goes to parry it, he flies in her face and just starts distracting her, causing it to hit 20 damage.
And my inflict wounds goes off if I can find it.
Restore
What level is
inflict
inflict wounds? God damn it. Where is it? It's a level 1, but it's a 3rd level because that's what we store in this.
$31 necrotic damage. Let me see. I think she might be resistant to necrotic.
Shadar-kai are resistant.
She's immune.
How is she immune?
I didn't even edit her
I'm
stat
not
block.
immune!
That's just her.
That's bullshit!
You see as the
Me
mace
too, me
hits,
too!
the magic kind of just like, kind of reflects away from her as you see the Raven Queen's magic protect her.
Oh, what a bitch. So... I mean, I'm resistant to everything now. I don't think I have anything else. So I would look at her and be like, so, you had an option. You could have lived. But I guess you're choosing to die.
And this guy, does he keep moving?
He never got new commands, so he's just standing there.
He's-
Or would he head towards the cliff?
I think he's
jump
heading
off
towards
it
he's
too?
heading towards the Lord. Yeah, he just like you just see a blood puppet walk next to you, Libera, looking down the cliff, ready to go after the guy that went flying off. And we go to your turn.
I look up towards Jupiter. I see the blood puppet. Saw some fucking rogue ass motherfucker just. No, I don't know how much I really would have seen and or understood in 6 seconds of that. I'm gonna yell out to you, Jupiter.
Well, I'm not gonna let some damn variable take my kill.
And I'm gonna fall the entire distance. And I'd like to do a feather fall.
Very cool. So per round, you only fall 500, but you will catch
Yeah.
right up next to Eclipse. You
Well,
just...
yeah, so I guess I won't even use my reaction then, I guess.
Not yet.
Yeah, so
next round.
yeah. So I'm like kind of like beelining it towards you.
You just see flying next to you, catching up Air Ganassi, blowing hair in the wind, and just right next to you.
Yeah, so she's going face first as she like plummets toward the ground with her blades out.
Well, you had to like stop, didn't you, with your wings, or?
Not until I get
Next
past that
turn.
500 foot
okay,
marker.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're both just like at that 500. You're just right behind her, flying downward.
Well, how far of a drop is this?
It's about 800 feet, which means you would want to pop your wings at the start of the turn there before you fall, Eclipse. So,
Okay.
yeah, wings would pop out, and
Yeah, I don't have anything on. I'll just like, you know what? I think like Bear is a little petty. Can I like just gust? It wouldn't do anything. I just push you 5 feet like horizontal, but
That's mine!
yeah, you just like feel the air just flowing around the Air Ganassi as he controls it.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, there's a save to be fair.
Yeah. Strength saving
16.
throw, Eclipse.
Oh god.
So I have advantage on that, and I fail.
It's okay. You literally just he literally just like shoved you 5 feet to your right, and that is essentially it. You're still doing everything
It's
else.
like you're racing down a hallway with someone and they just kind of push you a bit.
Yeah, he's trying to race past you.
So, Eclipse has never really done this before, so she doesn't notice.
Just like a heavy gust of wind.
She's just like super focused on what she's doing, and just like feels herself get blown to the side, but is just not paying attention to you at this point.
Jupiter, we go to you as you look down the edge. It looks like that shadar-kai fell to their death, and 2 folks have jumped off the edge. Only one remains as Viry rushes over to fight.
Okay. Knowing that my brother is in relative safety, I'll probably dash over to where Viry's at. And that is my action. Let's throw her a healing word as 2.
Yeah, you can see that she, even though she is battling with this shadar-kai, she's clearly badly wounded from that explosive hellfire orb. 6 healing. Bring you up a little bit better. Some of the wounds start to close. The blood slowly, you see it dripping down her arms as she's swinging, starts to kind of seal the wounds, and the blood flow slows a bit. Balros.
He will just look at Vesper, and if I can fire through that building, I will fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at her. Nope.
That'll hit.
Yeah, and that did burn my advantage, but
Oh yeah, throw a d20, see if you get a crit.
let me just crit fish here, just in case.
Alright, just a hit, but it does hit. And
Pew.
force damage.
Yeah, and then the second one, normal.
25 hits.
And I do have my form of dread which is a DC 16 for fear. I know she's already frightened.
But it's a different
but-
situation of it, yeah. Last till her
Yeah,
next
it would-
round.
And I also forgot about this because of my robes. They always roll a disadvantage for. But
For
you
frightened
don't have
effects?
to re-roll that one. But yeah,
The-
they always roll a disadvantage for the fear checks. I'm like,
yes,
ooh.
that's right. Dread robes.
So now it'll be like a DC 16 for her to break out of that.
She doesn't look like she's gonna break out of it, to be quite honest. But as she's on her last leg, kind of about to collapse.
And Varro's seeing, first of all, this mysterious stranger with the magnificent wings on her back run over the edge, and then looking at Libera doing the same. He's just like, what the hell? So he's already flying, so he's just going to fly over. He's not going to go down, but he's going to go over here to look down at what the hell are they doing.
A
And then
race to the
Probably see
bottom.
some
Oh.
pettiness. I just like a gust.
Out of the way!
And Trell will, of course, follow Vyri.
Yep.
And give her the help action and move back a little, not to die. He's tired of being sent back to the hells. Been happening a lot lately. That'll be my turn.
The druidess sees the two of you jump, assumes that you're good. She just says, Whisper, can you make sure they're alright? And Whisper, he's slower than the mount, so he only just got up, immediately starts to fly down. He's making his way back down, following you. And she will dash as well, just to get up to your side here in battle, but that is... she'll get close enough to give you a +2 on flanking. That's her turn, though. Espera.
Oh my god, we left them, and this is not gonna be pretty.
She's gonna go to cast a spell.
Can I do an arcane check to see if I
DC
recognize
13.
that?
Anna. She's casting an illusion spell. You're quite familiar with this type of magic. She's doing a major image.
Yeah, I don't want her to do that. I think she's beyond. Yeah, so I'll burn another sorcery point.
I fucking love it, dude.
And I will attempt to counterspell.
That's really dope.
The magic reaching across the battlefield as tendrils of magic just shoot out. Counterspell immediately counterspells this. She goes to cast an image of her falling as she goes to stand there and trick you all, but unfortunately fails as her magic just... What?
And yeah, from 110 feet away, Valros just like, oh no, you don't.
It's
That
pretty scary, isn't he?
is her action. She's gonna make a wisdom save on the fear. She's probably still feared. Disadvantage either way, but she is still feared. She is shaken, standing there. She knows she's gonna probably die here anyway. Let's see. You get an op attack. And as she says, not as scary as our queen. And she goes to step off the ledge.
Would it be advantage with Trell?
It is. But before she can get down, you quickly swing out. 29 damage. She goes to step, and you just boom, knock her in the back of the head, and she falls. Unconscious, dead on the ground. Ending combat.
So
got
the
that
divers.
And then 6 seconds later.
6 seconds later, Libera, you come flying towards the ground in Featherfall. As Eclipse, you would come right behind him. As Featherfall does get him to the bottom first, but you'd be flying right behind him there.
I kind of almost. Well, I guess firstly, is there just a body there?
Let me see here. Where is he?
If the body's at Lance, that would be the goal. I'm trying to. He's gonna kind of like almost stand guard over it if possible, and he'll. Well, I guess firstly, do I even see it? I guess.
I gotta figure that out right now.
Oh, no worries.
He's going to take some extra fall damage because he's in heavy armor, and quite the fall. 101 is just enough to kill him by 7. Laying on the ground, a corpse of a Death Knight.
Yeah, I'll kind of almost like almost animalistic, I think, in that moment of just pure adrenaline, kind of like hover over it, and like as you're starting to descend, he'll yell out at you at thaumaturgy.
Name yourself friend or foe, and may your purpose ring true. This one is of interest to the kingdom of Stormhaven.
So, yeah, so I come landing on the ground next to you, I guess. Are you standing, or are you kind of like floating or something?
Yeah, sorry, I guess we never... I don't remember. Did you already do a character introduction too? I guess what am I seeing too?
Yeah, so basically you see, like a Eclipse come gliding down with these massive shadowy wings. And then they collapse to her sides. And then they just kind of keep going into a shadow under her feet, which reaches around the corpse. And she says, "Don't worry, I'm not here to pillage if that's what you're afraid of." And she kind of just like sits down to catch her breath because that was kind of scary. She says, "My name's Eclipse. I don't know where I'm from, but I've been following them out of, I think they called it Shadowfell. I've been hunting that group for days now."
Oh, to be honest, I have no idea what that... Well, I have some ideas what that group has of interest.
Why did you follow them?
My memory is very hazy. I remember things in pieces, but their people at every running and with them, they were cruel. They showed me nothing but cruelty. As far back as I can remember, I've been trapped somewhere in the dark, hunted, and they were my key out.
I see. Just one moment.
And you watch Libera. I guess I'll describe myself too. Libera standing before you in Air Genasi. We'd almost mistake him for a human if it weren't for like the hair that seems to just constantly blow in the wind. It matches his brother, who you'd have seen him fighting right next to. Always a bit of a scowl on his face. Has a crown on top of his head. He seems to have some weird mix of like royal garb meets like ready for battle. And he's kind of almost looking more animalistic over the thing. Not really. Kind of get like he's looks like he's on an adrenaline high. Just purely having enjoyed that 800-foot fall. And he's gonna put his hand to his head, and he'll cast Sending. Get rid of my 3rd level spell slot here. and having like heard, and just hearing you out, he'll send a message to his brother. So Jupiter here. I'm safe. I'm not exactly sure. I might have a slight lunatic in front of me, but they seem to be docile. I'm speaking to them now. See you in a bit, brother. Stay safe.
You can.
So Eclipse's shadow is going to retract from the corpse, and you're gonna see her kind of tilt her head, as if she's listening to someone speak. And it'll just kind of like, I think coalesce is the right word, back into the wings on her back.
But he would say to you, like you're not, yeah. I guess you wouldn't have really heard what he had said, but he would. It's interesting.
Oh, not
So-
listening to you. She was cocking her head toward the shadow.
No, yeah. He's just kind of trying to fully absorb you. He's not familiar with the Fey realm himself, so he's kind of
Oh.
really still not. He's not
Oh.
sure of you. He's kind of like looking a little worried.
Also, I wanted to mention with these blades of light that are kind of floating by her, there is also a third eye lit on her forehead. But my brain just went blank. Oh, so yeah, she's gonna just kind of sit down, to take a moment to try to catch her breath, and she's gonna say, "Okay, I guess I can fly."
Right. Well, my allies up there can probably take a look at you in a moment if you. It's quite the fall. So does Jupiter respond back to him with ascending?
just
Yeah,
wa-
sorry, I just.
It's all good.
Just wanted to remind you we do have sending stones. I hope you didn't burn a spell slot.
I definitely did, and I saw your message, and I was disappointed, and I didn't want to bring it up.
Well, I think that's a pretty good spot to end, unless there's anything else we want to wrap up. As you guys loot those corpses and I assume come back up with the party here.
I drag all the corpses to the middle, and Zephyr drags this one to the middle, and then collapses on it himself.
So
Just
do we
falls.
usually wrap up at exactly midnight?
Midnight to 12:30, but as
Okay.
as Zephyr falls onto the pile of corpses, I would like everyone to roll a d20, and on an average a below 10, there's no time for a short rest. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well-
let's get those,
Uh-oh.
let's get them averages. I think we're missing one.
Please roll a 20.
Libera.
Libera, give me a d20.
Roll a 20. Please.
No.
That is 50 divided by 6, yes? Is it all 6 rolls? 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
5? Oh, only 5 of us. Ooh. 50 divided by 5 is an average of 10. You guys have time for a short rest.
Oh.
As you see flying in the distance towards the very top of the mountain, the Jabberwock. You see its eyes glowing with a fiery red light as it burns trees and mountains on the way, and it looks similar to a dragon, but it has 4 legs and an extended, lanky kind of body, and it lets off this loud, high-pitched, kind of a chittering, like, into the air. It kind of reminds you of the light chittering you hear from the aberrant spirit as it is flying towards you all. A horrific, awful noise, almost rebuking the Feywild itself. And with that, you guys can take a short rest as the hour will pass on the top of here. The Jabberwock will make his way. But we'll pick up on that next week.
You guys want to do a few minutes of role playing during the short rest? Because I know our characters just met. Or does everyone just kind of want to pick up next week?
We can just pick up with it next
Okay.
week.
I think people will
with
be
the
a little
short
more
rest.
awake for it too, so we'll
Okay.
start right off with some roleplay and better introductions with Eclipse, where we'll have an hour on the top of here.
Okay, cool.
Before we get right into the combat.
Okay, cool.
But that's a good spot, I think, to take the break. You guys can short rest right now if you'd like, though. Just get those rolls in. We will pick up on that when we come back. Good session, everybody. And